We grossed $1 million off a brand we started, 2011. Fresh out of prison. I guess I can have an opinion on this too. And like I said, a year ago, as you can see from this post, you always want to go with the knowledge, man. The knowledge is what's going to sustain the longevity. You cannot buy experience. Either you're going to pay for it out your pocket, or you're going to have to go through it and learn through it, or you're going to learn from somebody else. And often, a lot of times, it's value in learning from somebody else, a bigger value at that. In my opinion, everything that was said in this next clip from Earn Your Leisure is a fact. But then again, I've been doing this so long that my perspective is a lot deeper, and I have a lot of more understanding than most of my peers. And I've been blessed to work on a coloring book that I consulted for from a lady who sold her company to NASA for $900 million. So I don't know if she's a billionaire at this point, but $900 million to me, I'm around that off. That's like $1 billion to me in my perspective. So, and the game she shared with me in that amount of time of making that book is priceless. A lot of things that I use to this day. And it's just, like I said, man, you got to understand that you just can't put a price on certain shit.
99.9% of the population that's actually commenting on this have never seen $500,000 at one time, and they've never met with a billionaire before. This is just a fact, right? So technically you're not qualified to even answer this question. So by the grace of God, we have been able to do both several different times. So we're actually qualified to answer this question. So this isn't a hypothetical for us. It's actually a real life scenario. So I'm going to give you a real life scenario. So this could actually potentially help you in life. So what happens after that conversation of meeting Steve Harvey? He decides he wants to become business partners with us, and we become business partners. We make a lot of money from that situation, obviously. So does he. He takes a liking to us, and he opens up his network to us. The first person that he introduced us to is Robert Smith, who's the wealthiest black person in American history, right? He makes a connection because of that. So we only know him because of him. So that's a billionaire that we got introduced to because of him. What else happened because of that? He made an introduction and made it possible for Tyler Perry to come to InvestFest. As a result, we get a guided tour, Tyler Perry's studio. We get to have a conversation with Tyler Perry live on stage and behind the scenes. And we develop a relationship with Tyler Perry in some regards. What else comes from that relationship? He makes the introduction and makes it possible for Dan Cathy, the CEO of Chick-fil-A, one of the richest people in the world, worth $7 billion, to come to InvestFest. What am I saying here? Okay, let's say that we never met Steve Harvey. We just took $500,000. So what people don't realize is that most businesses fail, and most people have never started a business. And most people with money end up losing money. So just because you have $500,000, everybody's like, oh, if I get $500,000, I'm gonna turn that to $100 million. Well, probably not. Probably not. Even if you invested, stock market is down. For the year, you would have lost money. You would have lost money in crypto. Maybe real estate you would have lost depending on where you invested. There's no guarantee you even would have made. It's not even that easy to flip the 500,000. Okay, you want to start a business. We know that 90% of businesses fail, even a higher ratio than that. So just because you have money doesn't mean you're going to be successful. You don't have enough information. You don't have enough knowledge because you don't even have enough resources to actually know what you're doing. So it's like people ridiculing like, oh, that makes no sense. Why would you? Well, I'm just giving you a real life example. Now, this is our story. So it's not to say that this is going to be true for every single person, and every single situation is different. Every meeting is not going to work out the way it worked out for us. But just be careful who you're taking information from, because everybody's not qualified to speak.